As you already know, what we call culture has some material elements and some non-material elements. And when we talk about elements of culture, mostly we talk about the non-material elements of culture. These are the intangible aspects of life within any society, which form the way of life of any people. There are 4 to 5 elements of culture which are found everywhere in every culture, and they belong to every non-human society. Even though examples of these elements might differ from culture to culture, but the fact is they are the same for entire uh, human human beings and their societies. First culture of first element of any culture found in every culture is their values. Cultural values are those choices about aesthetic sense, about morality, about good and bad, which are still very abstract and which have to do with our mental process and our cognition. Values are to be held in mind of people, and every culture socializes its individuals according to certain values. A very simple definition given by a social psychologist is that our values are our choices. Every culture starts making some choices, and these choices, when they are culturally determined and largely upheld by society, these are called their values. The values are abstract, especially when we distinguish values from another element of culture, which which is norms of any society. So, in that sense, we would say values are general, abstract, applicable everywhere, while norms are specific to human behavior. While values are to be held in mind, norms are there to be acted out through our behaviors, through our everyday behaviors. And examples, in our Pakistani society, we tend to have a culture of hospitality. Wherever you go, you will find Pakistani people to be unmatchable with respect to their hospitality. And to act out this culture of hospitality, there is the norm of offering tea. Now, in Punjabi, they tend to say cha bhi nahi puchi, chai bhi nahi puchi. And that is to pinpoint that somebody has violated our values through their violation of norm of offering tea. So if you hold value of the value of hospitality, then people who visit you, you tend to offer them a comfortable sitting. You tend to offer them whatever best you have to eat for them, and this is to act out our hospitality as a value. Now, the difference between values and norms is that values are general. An alien from another culture might not be able to understand express how to express hospitality through our norms. But when you are socialized within Pakistani culture, you will know it exactly how to act out in a fashion that you look hospitable. So your behavior must have plenty of acting, plenty of action which involves hospitality. For example, when somebody comes to our place, we don't wait them to come in, and we usually we go to our door, we keep our door open, we welcome them at our doorstep. That is more hospitable as a gesture. So even this action, which is a norm, that we should go to our doorstep and receive someone, is a norm which is related to our hospitality as a value. And so, what are norms? Norms are behavioral expectations which are attached to certain values, which we implement through our behavior to act out as hospitable person in this case. Similarly, you might have heard that Pakistani people have a value which is everywhere in the society, and this value is that of honor. In our society, honor and be parsimonious in regard to our culture, in regard to our moral values, is something found universally in our society. So you'll feel Pakistani people respecting this value a lot. We have a culture of honor, and what it means is honor is very important. Faith is very important for Pakistani people, and similarly, it is honor as a value. It's very important, very dear to us. And then how we act out this value. We act out this value in different ways. You will find people becoming very angry when their respect is being disregarded, when they are belittled by someone. You will feel them becoming very upset. It is why, because we hold the value of honor in our society. Similarly, one value might have many norms, because values are in our mind and they are abstract. Then norms are actually what helps us acting out our values and showing them through our behaviors. And if you feel respect for women is a value, then how to respect them through our behavior are the norms. For example, to respect women, we have to keep a certain distance from them. We have to use a polite language with them. We don't have to be rude with them. We have to treat them specially. We have to treat them differently from men. And this is how we act out our value of respect for women. Similarly, there is a value of respect for privacy. And when we have to respect the privacy of others, we'll have to make sure we should not pour our nose into their affairs, and we should not check their emails. We should not throw a monkey wrench in their lectures. We should not. We should knock the doors when we want to enter someone's personal, private places. Intimate blue sphere must be respected. So privacy means doing a lot many things. But we can only learn how to act out privacy as a value through various sort of processes. We start right at the beginning of our life, and this is the process of socialization, which is the process through which we acquire a certain level of cultural competence, which means acquiring norms and values of our cultural system. So you might have till now understood what are our values and what are our norms. You have understood how values are related to the norms. Now the what are our what are our beliefs? Another element of culture is what we called our belief. Belief are ideas. Sometimes they are moral ideas, but sometimes they are ideas about facts. We hold these ideas to be true, according to John J. Macionis. We hold ideas to be true without any investigation of them, without entering into their merit, and without further scrutinizing them. If we hold certain ideas to be true, these ideas are called our values. And the fact remains, certain societies always have some ideas dear to them. These ideas, which are never questioned by a society, are called their belief. We often believe that graveyards hold monsters, and this is our belief. We don't like to go to the graveyard at night. Why? Because we believe there are demons like this one. There are zombies alongside. There are spirits which we should fear, and that is why we don't go to the graveyard at night. And so you might have understood the way values can incite certain behavior. Similarly, beliefs can also lead to
And never watch a
certain.
horror videos. So this is my speech.
So we should not try to. Um, I mean, the way values determine our behavior. Similarly, belief can also determine our behavior. And there are plenty of beliefs. We have believe in God. We have believe in His prophets. We believe in the life hereafter, life after death. We believe we have a soul. We believe our creation has a purpose. We believe in many things for which we actually don't question. So all of these ideas, the world of ideas in which we believe, uh, to which we never question, is actually what we called our beliefs in sociology. And that is another element of our culture. Other birds